What is up, everybody? Ninja Nick here with 420 Gamer TV, bringing you a quick little video. And no, it's not of Monster Hunters. Actually, this is of Zoids Wild, and I'm going to be talking about specifically about the video game that's pretty much in current development. Now, this is going to be a wish list. I mean, quite literally, I would literally love the game to be in a certain specific kind of way. I don't want it to be like a mirror image of what the anime is gonna be, even though the anime looks like it's gonna be pretty decent. Actually looks pretty good, but can't really put it off by just seeing one like what minute and a half clip or so. But anyways, what I would love to see in this Zoids game that's coming out is for you to be able to RPG it. Pretty much be able to, one, create a character, not be the character from the anime, not be the main guy, but be able to create your own guy or girl and play in, customize them from the way they look, such as the style that's actually going to be in the anime. I mean, if you want to copy the way the style of the anime is going to be, perfectly fine. I have no problem with that, but don't make me like the main character and I have to go around as the main character with the main character Zoid and do main character missions that follow along with the anime, which I don't think they're gonna do. But what I would love to see is somewhat similar kind of like events happen, because I mean, if you realistically think about it, right, if there's in an anime there's one main character, think that there'd be other people that would be just like that person. Yeah, I know this is like completely total anime, but I'm still making the comparison of, it would make sense that in this video game, the character that you create would be the equivalent to the anime's main character. And you still, hey, God forbid, maybe you come across that character in the game and maybe you go against them. And yeah, it wouldn't coincide with the anime, but it doesn't really fucking matter. What matters is that, you're bringing fans into it, you're bringing players into it, and there's a huge RPG base, and lots of games are going that way towards RPG. So I would say being able to create a character, not only that, but having, base level Zoids that you're able to choose from, that you get to start out with, whether it be like, you start out with so much bits, if I remember that's what it used to be, but, points or money or whatever, however they do the currency, but be able to choose a basic Zoid. And from there, you get to customize the Zoid's armor style, fighting style, whether are you going to be a long distance, mid-range, close range, that kind of thing. But at the same time, I would still like it to go from, at level 1, your base level, and then max level, you're a uber badass kind of like thing, you know what I mean? But still, in the process, as you go through, you're still able to change armor, higher grades armor, colors, weapons, stuff like that. Being able to change all of that, and being able to do tournaments that are in the story, and an online feature to where, like, you have 4 versus 4, so it's like you and 3 other buddies against someone and their buddies, right? And this is online play, and or 2 versus 2 or 1-on-1, you know what I mean? And tournament based style, like how it was with Zoid Century Zero, which was a good one. Like a really good one. And then Chaotic Century, which was another badass one, which actually brings in what I'm going to talk about now, is after you hit a certain level, you hit an evolution, which then means you actually have a choice, but this would be a good idea for them to take this idea, but you have a choice of, like, think of it like how in Digimon you get to branch out and choose what, where he's going to Digivolve at. Well, what you do is you go, okay, well, do you want to be a far range? And it shows you, like, for me, if I had a choice, I'd choose a Command Wolf and go on from there. And, choose a Command Wolf that's really good at close to mid-range. Because I would love to have a Command Wolf that has a big-ass fucking sword or some shit on it. Much like a shield, a Blade Liger. But, something like that. And being able to actually see, like, and what it does is it just like shows you what it would be if you had the base Zoid, what the base Zoid would look like, and it like, okay, here you go, and and each one would have different stats between range, armor, all that kind of shit, like bonuses and buffs, and then build your Zoid on from there, much like how in Armor Core you had that same thing. You had different armor pieces that would add either more armor, less armor, more mobility, less mobility, that kind of thing. Same thing with this game. Have armor pieces that you stick on that actually make it to where it makes the Zoid more defensible or quicker. And then still have extra added things, I would say at least 3 slots. First, you start with 0. You don't have a slot, which would be like booster, shield, like extra things. You know what I mean? Or, landmines, smoke, that kind of thing that actually kind of, like, benefits in a battle. And being able to interchange and alter change these kind of things would be really sick. Now, I wasn't a huge fan of Fusors, and I really hope they don't bring that in, personally. Sorry to say, for anyone who actually was a huge fan of Fusors, but was not one of my favorites. It was okay. But still, to actually play the game and be involved in the game and feel like, it's actually my experience, not, oh, hey, I'm playing the anime that I'm watching. I kind of don't like that. I mean, I personally, honestly don't. I mean, will I probably get it and everything else? More than likely, because it's a fucking Zoids game and I haven't played one in forever, other than the one I have for my GameCube that I still play on occasion. And if this one ends up looking like shit, then I'm gonna stick with the one on GameCube, honestly, because that one I'm actually able to do armor changes, color changes, weapon changes, and have a partner Zoid. That'd be badass if you're able to do the same thing in the story mode, to where you can even choose your partner Zoid and their evolutionary rate and all that other kind of shit, and it makes the game your game. That it would be sick as heck, quite honestly. And it brings in all the RPG players, and especially RPG players who are fans of Zoids. And Gundam Breaker has done really, really good, and they have a new one coming out later this year. Looks really, really, really good. So, I mean, this would be like, I don't know, because this game's supposed to be coming out later this year to next year. We don't really know yet. They said 2018, but at the same time, we don't know exactly yet if it'll come out this year. So, get those wish lists out there, guys, when it comes to, this game, because it's gonna be sick. Quite literally. It's supposed to be one of the... I mean, I think they're saying this because it's the graphics, but it's supposed to be one of the best Zoids games that's ever come out, and they haven't really released one that's been to the States, officially been to the States since Zoids Assault, and that was pretty much just, a turn-based, strategy-style Zoids game. Which, I mean, wasn't bad, but still sucked compared to, the original Zoids. Or, am I getting one? I can't remember. And then there was one that was released on 360 that was strictly in Japan, so you had to have it imported along with an Xbox, so that kind of sucked too. But, you know what I mean. But yeah, hopefully, and so far this is just on the new Nintendo. We don't know. So if you want it on the actual new systems, like such as PlayStation or Xbox, try to get petitions out there and have like lots of people who would love this game to come out on serious systems. A system's a system, personally. I mean, whether it be PC, PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo, they're all they just have their specific preference style of games. But I mean, for this one, I think it would be a great idea for them to go for at least maybe even just PlayStation, because it is Japanese-based game, but still. I don't see them doing it personally. I don't see them going anything, because they need some ringers that will bring people into playing this system and buying the system and wanting the system. Nintendo wants to kind of like make it up for all the stuff they've messed up, quite honestly. But I'd say that's pretty much it for this video, because I mean, RPG, that's what I want it to be, honestly. That's my wish list. That's what I want to see for it, is it to have RPG preferences in it. And I mean, mainly create a character, choosing my Zoid. Even if that means I'm following in somewhat of the footsteps of the main character in the anime, I don't give a fuck. As long as I get to create my own character, and I get to, choose my own Zoid and customize my own Zoid. That's all I care about. Other than that, quite honestly, add in some online features, which I know they do, because almost every game nowadays has online. So, there we go. I hope everyone enjoys it. I hope you all agree with me. If you do, hit the like button, hit the share button. I never say that, except for on videos like this. So, I mean, like, share, subscribe, all that shit. You know what I mean? Send this stuff out there. Let's get this game, let's get hyped. Because I'm already hyped. After, like, days ago, I was hyped. And I was like, you know what? I'm doing some videos. So, I hope everyone has a great day, a great night, a great evening, all that great shit. You know exactly what I mean. Catch me for my next one. Later.